Good afternoon, students. As you can see, I'm here doing a Camtasia video just to try to give us an opportunity in the very beginning of the term to eliminate any kind of confusion. I know there's some new terminology and new language with the format, which has caused some students to, quite frankly, end up in a totally unnecessary panic. While this is PS 208, Introduction to National Security, it will also apply. The same things I'm going to show you will apply for those students in the graduate course, PS 625, Anti-Americanism. So, do pay attention. It's very simple, and I'm just going to walk you through it really fast. When you're on your main page in Blackboard, as we can see here, Bellevue University, Cyberactive, PS 208, here's the announcements page. On the left-hand side, you want to go down and click on the Assignments tab. Once you click on your Assignments tab, boom, everything opens up for you. Scroll on down to the point where you finally get to just underneath the video vignette where I described to you what components and phases really means. Hopefully you have already watched this. If you haven't, please do. It's only 90 seconds, so you have no excuse. Click on the folder that's labeled Components and Phases, in parentheses, Assignments. Now in PS 625 this is a little bit different because as you scroll down you see in PS 208 they all individually just done, whereas in PS 625 we actually subcategorize them a little bit further by having a component 1 folder, a component 2 folder, a component 3 folder. That doesn't really matter. We're in component 1 right now obviously because we just started the course. If you're in PS 625, click, or in a master's course, click on the folder, and here in PS 208 it's just right there available. First thing you'll see at the undergraduate and graduate level are the open source research links. Now what is this here? This is basically why this course is now so cost effective to you. It allows you to have no course texts. Nothing to buy, nothing to purchase. This is an extensive list. Now can you go off of the list? Can you do your own research? Of course. This is our program where we encourage original research and scholarship. Maximum, maximum, maximum. We just wanted to give you a foundational list to make you feel like you weren't simply starting from ground zero and didn't have a clue about where to begin. All of these places have constantly, continuously updating of information, new research, new analysis, as well as their own in-house search engines so that you have access to their massive, previously researched, previously published original research archives. It is a never-ending source for you to complete the work in this course. Now as you slide down, you see component 1, that just gives you a simple description of what this is all about, and underneath that you see phase 1, in parentheses C1P1. That simply means component 1, phase 1. We're not trying to make it more difficult than it is. It just tells you that it's an attendance verification exercise, and it tells you in parentheses here, please complete this within the first few days of the start of the course. So by now, all of you, that should be done. Next one down, you see phase 2. Again in parentheses, component 1, phase 2, Organizational Mission Overview Part 1. And just underneath it in capital letters so that no one would get confused, even though some of you maybe have. This phase ends week 1 in the course. It gives you a description of what the course assignment is about, and then down here there's a special note. Phase 2, this thing we're looking at right now, Part 1, runs to the end of week 1 in the course. You should find yourself well on your way to filling in the comparative matrix, which can just be a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet for all I care. Be as creative or not creative as you want. It's just to have a non-composition aspect to the study and contemplating the analytical write-up of direct threats to your organizations. It's a non-graded portion of the assignment. What that simply means, students, is that this is not the end of week 1 is not when you hand this assignment in. As you can see from part 1 and just below it, part 2, it is a 2-week assignment, so you will pass it in at the end of your 2nd week of working on it. When you go right below, and some of you is clear, you're being so compartmentalized in your thinking that you're just looking at phase 2, that's right now, and if you just scrolled a little bit further, you would have seen phase 3, component 1, phase 3, Organizational Mission Overview Part 2. This phase ends week 2 in big capital letters. Tells you again what these things are meant to be doing, what you should be thinking about, and then again another helpful note. Phase 3 Part 2 runs to the end of week 2 in the course. You You should find yourself completing the assignment, and this assignment receives a numerical grade in the phase. It then gives you the parameters. Where do we submit? Where do we submit? Well, whenever you have to submit, go up here to where it says phase whatever, whether it's phase 3, phase 5, phase 1, whether it's component 1 or in component 2 or component 3, doesn't matter. Always come up to this title and click on it. When you click on it, it will give you a submission window. It tells you how many points it's worth. It gives you another basic rundown of what the assignment is and its parameters, and then it gives you the opportunity to either write the submission in a text box, I wouldn't suggest doing that, or work on your stuff offline in a Word document, for example, on your computer, and then you here where you can just attach the file, and up here you click Submit. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we do the course. That is how every assignment will always go. Take a breath. Look at all the information we painstakingly crafted and put into the course shell, and you should be just fine. Thank you. Have a great day.